Bleach X. That time I got reincarnated as a slime by HollowKnight. Part 15. A blade like no other Nimaya. Alright ya ready Rimuru-chan. Rimuru. Ready for what Nimaya? You gonna pick out AASAUCHI? Rimuru. No thanks Nimaya. I knew ya would like your, what? Rimuru. I can't use a Zanpakuto anymore, I'm a slime now, not a soul reaper. More than that, I am already strong enough to fight and I have my own sword too. Rimuru takes his sword and shows it to Nimaya, pulling the blade out of the sheath. Rimuru. It may not be Zangetsu, but I've accepted that I can't really go back to those days myself. I've moved on from my time as a soul reaper. This is my weapon now. Nimaya. I see, can I see that blade? Rimuru looks at his sword and back at Nimaya. Nimaya. Come on now, I won't break it. Rimuru sighs and tosses the blade to Nimaya, who inspects it. Nimaya. Whoever made it out a lot if love into it. Alright, I've decided I'ma give ya a upgrade. Rimuru. What do you mean by upgrade? Nimaya. I'm going to try and do something different. I'm going to try and infuse this little wonder into this here sword ya here. Nimaya holds a red and black pill. The pill appears to glow a slight blue as well. Rimuru. What's that? Nimaya. Well, see, we Siriate had a bit of you spirit energy on record, and Urahara had this ready to return you power to you, but it would only work on a human. We're not really sure about slimes and the like ya here, but I'ma try something else. Then have you swallowed this pill? Nimaya. Follow me. Timeskip brought to you by a group of women have appeared and are helping Nimaya as he turns head, then dropped the pill into lava. As the lava turns red and black, he pours the lava onto the blade before taking his sunglasses off and begins hitting the blade. Nimaya. What dad thinking? Rimuru-chan. Rimuru. That's bright. Chloe. Was it really a good idea to take the glasses of? Nimaya. If I didn't take them off, I wouldn't be able to see the color of the flames. Let me ask you something, Rimuru-chan. Rimuru. What is it? Nimaya. Why is the color of Soul Reaper energy red and black, and what is that tint of blue in there? Rimuru. What, as if on cue a ghost like hollow mask flies from the blade before going into it, and a Quincy cross does the same. Rimuru's eyes widen at this. Nimaya. Ya see it right, what you used to be, what made up ya soul. The hollow wasn't something that happened when your powers came back to ya, you've always had it just fused with ya Soul Reaper powers. Rimuru. I see, and the Quincy cross, then that must be from. Nimaya. Don't you worry, the blade won't turn on ya. Rimuru. Why didn't I figure it out back then? Flashback. Hollow Ichigo. You're persistent Mac in me. Repeat myself, I told you I am Zangetsu. Hollow Ichigo. Ichigo, maybe you weren't aware of this, but Zangetsu and I have always been one in the same. Together we're your spirit energy. I used to be part of him, but over time my power increased. When life is in control, flesh covers the bones. When death takes over, the bones become exposed. Flashback. End. Rimuru. Wait, but the old man absorbed him before, and when I best him, the old mon's cloak came out of him. Is it better to say that he didn't just latch into my Soul Reaper power, but also my Quincy powers, so that would make them both Zangetsu? Seal. Husband, your mind is racing. Rimuru. Sorry Seal, just thinking, but it's not like it really matters anymore. Fire launches up from the blade. Nimaya. Alright, grab it. Rukia. What but the flames? Chloe. It's okay Renji. How is it okay? Chloe. Fire won't hurt him. Rimuru reaches into the flames and grabs the handle of his blade, noting that it feels slightly different before pulling it out, the surrounding water completely disappearing. Nimaya. The power in that pill was the same amount of power Rimuru-chan had before he died as Ichigo-chan. That makes for one hell of a blade. I'd like to meet the guy who made that sword. As the smoke disappears, Chloe and everyone notice the differences in Rimuru's sword. The rope at the end has been replaced by a longer black chain still holding a slime figurine. The blade has changed as the top is black as night with the tip being white. The guard now looks like the one from his Bankai, just spread out slightly, and handle. The colors have been reversed, with the red being on the inside and the black on the outside. Renji. Damn Rukia. It's beautiful. Chloe. Of course it is. It came from Rimuru's sensei's old power. Even if it was his past selves, it's still Rimuru sensei. Nimaya. How it feel? Rimuru swings the blade like the wind around. They go past everyone at such high speed the ground cracks, nearly pushed all but Chloe and Nimaya back. Rimuru. Not bad. Part 16. The successor, the Soul Reapers, are all preparing for the next battle. Yuzu is with Squad 4 helping with the injured Soifan is training, and Sajin has gone to speak to the elder from his clan. Karen is training with Toshiro, both pushing the other to the limit. It seems Karen is as much of a prodigy Rimuru once was, and for Squad 9, well. Shuahie just got punched by Mashiro Kensai. You need to use your Bankai, we're not as soft as Tucson was. Shuahie. Don't badmouth Captain Tucson. Meanwhile Rimuru is staring at his sword, looking at the changes in. Remember the blade that the merged Tensa Zangetsu used. And also the similarities to Tensa Zangetsu's form. When Rimuru fought Aizen before his first death, and the similarities that remain from his blade the dwarves made for him. This sword represents both his time as Ichigo Kurosaki and as Rimuru Tempest. For a few moments, Rimuru wonders if Satoru Mikami had any spectacular adventures, if maybe there would be something here to represent that life. Rimuru throws that thought out the window. There was nothing on the blade to represent that life, so why would having some adventure change the blade when there was nothing ever on the blade for that life? Spotting his reflection, Rimuru stares into his golden eyes, reminding all the adventures he's had before. Chloe comes up and taps him on the shoulder. Chloe. Everything okay? Rimuru looks to Chloe and then back at his new sword before sheathing said blade. Rimuru. Everything's fine, just remembering Chloe. Oh. You know I'd like to hear about your adventures here someday. Rimuru looks at Chloe, who is looking down, arms behind her back, blushing slightly. Rimuru smiles at her. Rimuru. Sure, but let's take care of this stuff first. Chloe looks up and smiles herself. Chloe. Right. Meanwhile. Yuha. Now my stern ridders, I have an important announcement. I have chosen an heir, Uryu Ishida. The reaction, shall we say, isn't the best but dies down soon enough. A female Quincy is walking by a bunch of grunts. The female is known as Bambietta. Bambietta. You come with me. A male Quincy points to himself. Quincy. Me Bambietta. Yes, you, let's go Quincy. Of course, it's an honor. Time skip 5 minutes. The Quincy who Bambietta had followed her is split in half, falling to the ground. Geez, you sure made a mess, Bambietta. You always make a big mess. Lil Toto. Sweets and leftovers are different, ya bitch. Stern Ritter. G. Lil Toto. Meninas. You could have at least done this outside. Stern Ritter. P. Meninas. Candace. I'm not talking about inside or outside, I'm saying she should stop killing hunks when she's angry. Stern Ritter. T. Candace. Giselle. Candy-chan likes to have fun with subordinates, right? Stern Ritter. Z. Giselle. Candace. I never said that you want to find Gigi. Hey, look at me. Bambietta, will you just shut up already? The others look at her. Bambietta. Truth is, I'm worried about something. Candace. About what? Bambietta. The future of the Vandenryken scene change. Quincy. Welcome back, Hashwalt Sama. Hashwalt. Oh, you're still awake. It's already late. You can rest if you like. Quincy. I heard about His Majesty's choice in successor. I know it's impertinent I say this, but I think you should talk to His Majesty. Hashwalt. Are you discontent, Quincy? Are you not, Hashwalt Sama? Hashwalt. Can't you understand? This is His Majesty's will nominate his successor, so tentatively will bring discord in the order. His Majesty definitely knows this. The people have only seen glimpses of Uryu Ishida's powers, and while impressive, I am the obvious choice with him, knowing that most of them don't like Uryu and would rather have me means His Majesty wants to create discord. Every eye is now in Uryu Ishida. His Majesty did this so Uryu Ishida couldn't just run back to his friend. Now that he has returned, Uryu Ishida can do nothing more than serve His Majesty, even if he realizes His Majesty's intentions. Scene change. Kazuki Urahara has managed to get a hold of Orheim, and Shad told them that he had managed to bring Ichigo back, but also told them that he is different both in name and in body. Kazuki Urahara has also managed to get 2 others, Nell and Grimjow, who has agreed to help on the condition he gets to fight Rimuru to be continued.